Honestly, AEW just is what it is. I'm Jericlone with my review of AEW Dynamite, and what I mean by that is, one, AEW is still my favorite American wrestling promotion. Yes, I like it more than WWE because good, bad, and indifferent, Dynamite feels more exciting, and Dark at least features some fresh matches and some squash matches. And also, it doesn't feel like the programs are way too stretched out most weeks. That doesn't mean that WWE has done everything bad, not at all, but I think AEW has hit some pretty good high notes. This show wasn't one of them. We're coming off of All Out, and I really was kind of bored by this show. Had some good storytelling. The matches kind of felt like they were almost an afterthought, and one particular match was kind of fucking embarrassing to watch. I mean, and you'll figure out which one I'm talking about here pretty soon. We have Giovanni outside, MJF and Jericho, pull up in SUVs, and they meet, and they praise each other and everything, even though they both lost their respective matches at All Out. Jericho physically looks like shit. I mean, he really does. I mean, I know that he's almost 50, but it just, seriously, he doesn't even look like he's even trying to look like a wrestler. I mean, like, injuries happen and everything, and some people just, coast on their legacy, which is basically what Jericho's doing, even though he's flushing his legacy down the goddamn toilet with all the shit he's doing, in my personal opinion. MJF did get off one good line about Orange Cassidy, calling him a soulless ginger prick, and then they said, oh, have a good day, have a good show, kill it, no, you kill it, and then they're both walking away, we get a split screen, and they both say, what a loser. I mean, makes sense, they both lost their matches at All Out. And then we get Jurassic Express and Lucha Bros in the ring already, and they just start doing a whole bunch of shit to each other. That's pretty much it. I like both of these teams. I met Pentagon Jr. Great guy. Him and Phoenix are a hell of a goddamn team. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are great. They should get rid of Stunt. Stunt's just not, he's not good for the trio. I'm sorry, he's not. They should be a duo. Stunt adds nothing to them. Eddie Kingston with the Lucha Bros is very, very good. Why even bother with tags at this point? I mean, there was one cool moment where Luchasaurus did the, off the ropes chokeslam to Phoenix, and Excalibur called it the slam before time. And then there's miscommunication with Lucha Bros. Penta gives Phoenix a destroyer. He just fucking rolls with the destroyer. And then, Jungle Boy hits the most devastating maneuver in all of professional wrestling. A surprise roll up, 1, 2, 3. And then we get Eddie yelling at everybody and, and saying to, Butcher and Blade are also there because they were at ringside or in the crowd. And says, Phoenix, Penta, don't argue. You guys are brothers. He's your brother. You're my brother, Anakin. No. They are still arguing, and Eddie's like, nope, shake hands. They eventually do shake hands. We're probably going to get that team splitting up at some point, which I'm not against because as a team, they really haven't won all that much, so maybe splitting them up isn't the worst thing, but don't do it right now. It's really going to be weird because then if they feud with each other, then what else do you do with them? Hopefully they figure out something good, but I would like to see them stay together, but I think a split is inevitable. And then Eddie says that he was not eliminated from the Battle Royal on Saturday. That is fair. He truly wasn't. If you go back and watch it, he actually wasn't eliminated over the top rope, yet somehow Archer was declared the winner. So we're probably going to get, a match between them at some point. And then we get Lance and Jake Roberts in the rain, and Jake Roberts has a line, you might as well get wet and enjoy it. And right there, I regretted giving Jake Roberts a chance on AEW programming. But then again, Jake Roberts basically just is a dirty old man at this point. And then Lance says, in the end, everybody dies. And Matt Hardy thanks the fans and, for the concern and all that and everything. Rebby's in the crowd looking like this was just purely PR, though. AEW really fucked up with the Matt Hardy situation. They really fucked up. Matt's a warrior, and he gets out, and he wanted to get out there and finish the match, and I give him credit. He had no business doing that, and AEW should have just fucking called it off. Just said, it's a no contest, and continue the match at some point when they can, just have the match again when Matt Hardy's healthy. And he says he's lucky. Yeah, he is fucking lucky. That was a goddamn scary bump. And then the vendetta with Sammy is over, and he wants to get healthy and become champion. Pro wrestling fans are the best. This is a good promo from Matt Hardy. Shouldn't have happened because he should have been healthy and he shouldn't have taken that goddamn bump. And none of that shit should have happened. Miscommunications and errors will happen and scary bumps will take place. That was unnecessary, and the damage control by AEW was even fucking worse. Every company makes mistakes, and AEW can ill afford to do that, especially with the recent changes in TNT management. They really can ill afford to A, lose stars, and B, get bad PR. So, we then get Orange Cassidy versus Helico with Jack Evans. I'm going to surprise you guys. I was actually looking forward to this because I was like, okay, Helico gained a singles push. Orange Cassidy, even though I don't really care for him Him feuding with Jericho, it's done what it's done. I don't get why Orange Cassidy is popular, but you know what? He is. It is what it is. Just because I'm not a fan of him doesn't mean that he's bad. There was some, nice submission wrestling at first, and then Orange Cassidy hits a dive, hits a swinging DDT, and then soon after hits the Orange Punch 1, 2, 3. This match barely got started. I'm not saying I wanted it to go 15 minutes. I was kind of hoping we might get, some submissions and some weird stuff and everything, but it was what it was. This could have been on dark, practically, with how short it was. And then Ortiz and Santana attack, and they lay him out with his cocksock, with, Ortiz's cocksock. And then the best friends show up. They save him. Taylor does a promo, and I cringe. Taylor cannot talk at all. It's one thing for me or any other fan to talk on a YouTube channel. It's another thing for a guy to talk on a nationwide or, worldwide broadcast. God damn. And they're going to have a parking lot brawl next week. Trent says, we are going to hurt you and make my mama proud. Trent looks like an idiot. There's nothing wrong with making your parents proud, but come on, this is fucking terrible. This is like Buff Bagwell levels of shit with the forklift. Don't put Trent's mom on a forklift. Please don't. So then we get the Bucks super kicking Marvez. Oh, they're in their dark place. They got their mean faces, the middle-aged balding Bucks that they are. Look, the Bucks have their fans, but no, just why? Why Marvez? I don't even like Marvez. Well, why the fuck? Or at least Marvez on TV. I don't even like him, but it's like, why? And it wasn't very well framed because you could totally tell they didn't fucking kick him. I mean, they didn't want to hurt him, but still. And then Kip and Penelope are there with Giovanni, and then Kip's like, well, I didn't recall bringing you here. He says, just get out of here, Timmy. And that was kind of funny. It was actually pretty good stuff. Okay, so Kip Sabian was going to introduce the best man. Now, this was some bad comedy for a while, and I was ready to give up on this segment, but they saved it at the end, and thank God they did. There was some big guy here that apparently subscribed to Kip's Twitch because, the whole WWE third-party thing, so now AEW's taking shots about the Twitch thing, which, by the way, is fucking bullshit that WWE's doing that, so I don't blame AEW for doing that here and, saying, hey, we have Twitch. It's fucking stupid. Because Vince McMahon should, pay his wrestlers like employees instead of as independent contractors. Let them get their goddamn money. It's not like Vince didn't expose the business back in 1989 when he, did the whole thing to avoid the taxes and the athletic commissions and all that. So, moving on. Brian Pillman Jr. is here. And on his birthday, Kip says to him, well, we were never even friends. And then suddenly, here's the best man. It's Miro. It's the former Rusev. And here we go. Things picked up. I don't know why he bleached his hair blonde. I don't subscribe to his Twitch channel, mainly because I don't have time to watch it. But, hey, cool. We get Miro Day chance. He was fired up. Yes, he took shots at, the former company and everything. Impact Wrestling did that with a whole bunch of towns. Christian Cage and various others. Kurt Angle and all those. Yes, I get it. It is 101. And you get, talents doing that with WWE. Rusev had Miro, sorry. I'm so used to calling him Rusev. He had every fucking right to be upset. He had every goddamn right to be upset. They had multiple opportunities to fucking use him and did not fucking use him. And it's bullshit that they did not use him well at all. Fucking goddamn stupid. Really goddamn stupid. I fucking hated it. But, good on Rusev. Yes, it was a typical glass ceiling, brass ring, shove it up your ass. My name is Miro, and I am all elite. Okay, good. I like that. All right. I mean, I know some people may not care for it and everything, but you know what? He does have a right to be upset. He has a good reason. Then Giovanni interviews Hangman Page. All Out, Fallout talks the reaction for the fans, well, the non-reaction, because it's like everybody's just waiting for them to split up. And now this is his fault. How him and Kenny should get another shot. And then we find out later that's not going to happen. And then USA Network or WWE bought ad time for Raw during the show. And I would like to see more of Leva dancing to Judas. That was kind of funny. Kylan King also. Signed Kylan King. I like her in the crowd. I mean, I like her in the ring also, but her being part of the crowd is good. And then we got Jericho and Hager versus Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. It's an ODQ match. This is one of the most embarrassing things I've seen on TV, especially from AEW. Now, Jericho is not what he was. Hager is very boring, and while he's a good athlete, not really good in the ring. Sonny Kiss is a good athlete, but can only do so much because he's green. And Janela looks like the worst, like an aborted Jericho clone, a Jericlone, if you will. He just looks so bad. Janela is one person I don't understand why they signed. I've seen the guy wrestle live. He's not any fucking good. He's not. He's like, some freaking, weird weird guy you might get, like, just a retail store or whatever. No disrespect to retail employees, but just some guy you pick, don't train in wrestling and just put out there. And he can't do anything. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because he isn't very good. This was not good. This was fucking terrible. There was, there was like, friggin' garbage can spot where Sonny Kiss is having to hold the garbage can because Hager's a clueless fuck. A table bump for Janela, extinguisher, and then Hager pins Sonny. It was crap. It was crap. And I hope Sonny can be used better. Him and Janela are a fine team, mainly because Sonny gets some more TV time. And I'm not saying Sonny's ever going to be a world champion, but he's just, I don't fucking know. Let's move on from here. Jericho physically looks like shit once again. He just fucking does. And after all that bullshit he pulled at Sturgis, he kind of deserves the ridicule he's getting. Now Moxley is in just some, outside of a boiler room apparently, talking about Lance Archer. It says, Lance Archer is not a monster, but a man, and we're going to get that match at some point. FTR Championship Celebration. Teams are around ringside. SCU, Jurassic Express, Private Party, all that stuff. And they said to SCU, man, imagine if you were in your prime, how good that match would have been. We used to watch you when you were kids. And they were doing some good stuff. They said Billy was in a second-rate Hall of Fame. Calls Jurassic Express, cosplay Tarzan, and Dumbass Dinosaur. Cosplay Tarzan was actually pretty funny. And then they get chased away. They get a drink dumped. Well, the cooler gets, all busted and everything. So FTR gets their celebration interrupted. To be fair, they were, kind of being, assholes to everybody. And Tully earlier did say, fear the revelation. We're going to probably get more people being part of this group. And then everybody's got cake. Austin's got his cake, and everybody's eating it too. That sounded a lot less dirty in my head. Let's move on from this, though. This was fine until it got a bit silly, but that's the thing, is FTR, I want them to succeed. I just fear that it's going to be just a bad version of WWE comedy. And, bad WWE comedy, which we don't fucking need. You need entertainment. You need to let the wrestlers have some free reign. I don't know. This wasn't necessarily for me by the end. Tazin joins commentary. Ricky Starks it out as Nemo Darby. Knocks Darby for being reckless. Says next time that he faces him, he's going to beat his ass. Good promo by Ricky. And then we get the Tooth and Nail recaps, which I hated. And then clips of the Thunder Rosa Hikaru Shida match, which is one of the best matches I've seen this year. Ranks up right there with Allison Kay versus Thunder Rosa at NWA Hard Times. Then we get Ty Conte, the newly signed Ty Conte. Good for her. She certainly deserves it. World of potential. Versus Nyla Rose with Vicky. 1. Stop trying to make the Vicious Vixens happen. It's not going to happen. And Vicky Guerrero. She's doing the same damn thing she's been doing for a number of years. And you know what? It got old really quickly in WWE. And now it's just her a lot older and a lot more Trumpish. So, fuck that woman. And I don't care if people want to get upset. I have a right to my opinion. So, don't watch then if you have such a problem with it. Because you guys can make videos about it. I don't really care. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just a person. But I'm somebody that's tired of seeing the bullshit going on in this goddamn country. I want things fixed. And Vicky build the wall Guerrero. She can fuck off right there. So, Ty was doing some good work. And then Nyla was showing off, some good power. Vicky interferes because, we can't have Vicky just actually, stay out of the way like she should. She should know her place and stay out of the way. And then a trap by Ty, it almost looked like, a variation. She was trying to get an octopus, and then the Beast Bomb for 3. Fine match. Good for what it was. Vicky then yells, we're here to make a statement. They go to beat down Ty Conte, and then Shida shows up, pretty much looking like she just finished working out, holding her stick, and she saves Conte. And then we get the Bucks with, being fined $5,000. That's all I got to say of that note. Let's just do this. JR interviews Omega. He says, you win belts, you lose belts. Yes, Kenny, that's how wrestling works. Not that you would know anything about that, because if Okada hadn't made your ass Omega, you wouldn't fucking be here. Talks chemistry with Paige. This is his exact words, this is what I belong to do in a ring. Omega has his fans, but that was not very good English. And he talks losing his way until Paige came along, and then he mentions the deep tag division, how the team is dead, Paige should, move on. And that he has his own dreams and goals. Maybe he's going to win the title from Moxley or something. I don't know. Maybe they're going to have it happen in full gear. And Omega's going to go full cleaner, because that's what we all want to see. Wednesday the 14th, the anniversary show. Somehow, the anniversary show is going to be Moxley versus Archer for the AEW Championship. And all next week, either Wednesday or Thursday. So I don't know if I'm going to be reviewing it live or not. Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz in the parking lot. Rosa versus Ivelisse. They forgot the graphic and misplaced it until, after JR had finished plugging it. FTR versus Jurassic Express, non-title. Jericlone and Hager versus Private Party. Hangman versus Kazarian. That should probably be pretty good. And there we go. And Cody's going to mention something after the show. Oh, don't worry. Dustin versus Brodie Lee. I'm going to go on record right now and say that I know apparently Brodie and the Dark Order are doing some great things on Being the Elite. I don't watch Being the Elite. That doesn't mean you guys can't watch it. Doesn't mean you guys can't enjoy it. I already review enough stuff as it is and work full time. I don't have time to watch Being the Elite, and I haven't liked it when I fucking watched it. They want to tell some good stories? Fine. They could also tell them on Dynamite. They could cut down some of these matches and not have them go 15 to 20 goddamn minutes and tell some of these stories here, but apparently they're trying to do something with John Silver and Brodie Lee. Okay, cool, whatever. If I gave a shit about the Dark Order, it might actually matter to me. But good on them. They're using their platform and they're trying to make some storylines happen. I'm just not going to watch it. I'm just not going to. Am I going to care when the storyline develops eventually? Who knows? But the Dark Order needs to end at some point. This revamping has not worked for me. Other people like it? That's fine. So, Silver's in Lee's corner. Dustin attacks early and then goes in the crowd, eyeing the table, everything. This match meant nothing. It was personal because Dustin wanted to get revenge for his brother. It was what it was. It wasn't bad. It's just weird how Dustin looks younger than Brodie. And Dustin's like 11 years older. Dustin's 51. I think Brodie's 40. And why they even bother with the ring? Just let him battle on the stage and everything and all that. And then we get a code red for 2, crossroads for 2, lazy powerbomb for 2. To be fair, the humanity was probably killing these guys, so I do feel bad about that. Silver interferes, discus clothesline for 3, after Brodie had missed the super kick that the camera ended up catching, which is bad work by them. And then Dark Order carrying QT Marshall's there, and Brodie shoves Colt. He's not happy with him losing the 8-man tag, and then Uno and Colt leave. And then everybody's celebrating. Okay, cool. So, cool. We get a groin kick from Brodie, and that's it right there. And then we get breaking news from Cody. It's the Go Big Show. It's a giant competition show with, feats of strength and everything. It's coming to TBS. Snoop Dogg, Cody, and Rosario Dawson and some other blonde woman that I didn't catch the name of, Jessica something or other, are the judges. Whatever, I'm not going to fucking watch it. I mean, I already got enough shit that I watch anyway. What do you guys think of the Go Big Show? Why? Why are they just going to have Cody do this and not appear in the ring? It's kind of disappointing if they do, but it is what it is. Dynamite has good momentum at times, and they've halted that in the past number of weeks, and I don't understand why. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.